Welcome to the Soccer Show. I'm Peter Martin. Barry Ferguson is with me and Alan Ruff on my right-hand side ahead of a weekend of Scottish Cup football to chat about, and of course some of the burning issues happening today in the sporting world. One of the most important ones is yet another candidate for the Scotland manager's job seems to have dropped out. Last week we had a chat with Walter Smith. The SFA wanted to chat to him, and then suddenly nothing.
No, that's the disappointing thing about it. I think when Walter's name was mentioned, I think that we were all a wee bit excited by it, you know, to see what part he could play in getting us back on track. But obviously, if you don't go out of your way to meet the guy and speak to him and get his views, then it's a bad sign of what's happening at the SFA just now.
Yeah. Well, I've always maintained, Barry, I didn't think Walter wanted to come out of retirement anyway, but it was a strange situation, a call and then nothing.
Yeah, I thought he was happily retired. Seen an interview with him, he looked settled in his retirement. But when the news broke about him coming out, about him possibly getting the Scotland job, I thought it was a good choice. Obviously, with his experience, being Scotland manager before, and I know a lot is said about his age, but I'm sure Walter would have brought in a couple of younger coaches under him. So I'm disappointed it's not happened, but we just need to move on, and it looks like Alex McLeish is next in line, and he's a good choice as well for me.
Yeah, of course, Alex McLeish front runner. There's a number of candidates in there. Walter now out of the equation, as you can see from the latest odds on it. McLeish up there at 2-1. Malcolm Mackay still in there. No choice for Michael O'Neill now. He's signed a deal with Northern Ireland to 2024, Ruffy. So it now looks as if it's another former Rangers manager in the front runner.
Well, Alec was at the forefront right from the start. You know, I thought a lot of people couldn't believe why he hadn't been called in to be interviewed. But I think in all fairness to Alec, he's kept his counsel to himself. He hasn't been the one that's been in the newspaper saying, I want the job, I'm the man, it should be me. You know, whereas everybody's saying, getting their tuppence worth of I want the job sort of a thing. But I think Malcolm Mackay now is just quietly in the background here, and obviously he's in the SFA, he's about the corridors of what is actually happening. So I think it's a straight choice between the two.
Okay, only time will tell. Maybe by next week, Alex McLeish will have dropped out of the running as well. It's the crazy world of the SFA. They don't even have a chief executive yet, and the interim one is on his way to Scottish golf as well. You couldn't make it up, only in Scotland. This weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Scottish Cup ties, 5th round, a chance to get into the quarter-finals. We're going to get your thoughts, guys, on whether there's going to be a shock or not. Celtic against Partick Thistle. Brendan Rodgers has had to deal with the noise-up factor from Craig Levein on Scott Brown. He's not too worried about that. He's just looking at Celtic trying to get a back-to-back treble.
Yeah, listen, if they'd done that, it'd be phenomenal. I know the form over the last few weeks has not been great. Certainly with the result of the weekend, they didn't play well and Kilmarnock deserved to win. So they'll look to get back to winning ways, and I'm sure they will against Partick Thistle. I think they'll be too strong for Partick Thistle.
Yeah, the reason why I went to you first on that is because you're straight to the point. You've just said, you know, exactly who you think will win. Yep. But Mr. I don't want to offend anybody because I played for Celtic and Thistle. So who's winning this one?
I think it will be Celtic. I think, unfortunately, I think Partick Thistle are getting Celtic at the wrong time. I think if you listen to the Brendan Rodgers interviews, he's getting a wee bit ratty at some questions he's been asked. That's obviously because they're not in the form that they were the 69 games. But I think, unfortunately, I think Partick Thistle might find a Celtic team out to prove a lot of doubters wrong that that double treble is on.
Okay, if that's the pick of the games on the Saturday, the biggest game of the weekend is undoubtedly Aberdeen against Dundee United. Stephen Thompson, the United chairman, wants out, wants somebody to come in and take United forward. Right now, they're 14 points behind St Mirren in the championship title race, and they face an Aberdeen team banging for them.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Aberdeen in this one, basically because, you know, St Mirren, who are sitting top of the league, and better than Dundee United, and Aberdeen had no trouble whatsoever taking care of St Mirren. I think it'll be the same at Dundee United. I don't think Dundee United are where they were. So it's an Aberdeen win, possibly 3-0 at the weekend.
Yeah, giving us a score as well. Wow, Barry, from your own point of view, I mean, I don't imagine you go up to Aberdeen too many times for a night out anyway.
I've never been, and I never will.
And a big hello to all the Aberdeen fans who are watching this programme now. But you're tipping them to win, aren't you?
Yeah, listen, since Derek's not back Rangers and he's decided to stay at Aberdeen and made it clear, I think there's only one winner. Their form's been excellent over the last couple of weeks. Dundee United has been pretty poor. I know they've had a few games cancelled, but Aberdeen will win this one comfy.
Okay, you're a former Rangers player. Have you ever got to the point where you were getting pelters off the Rangers fans and you thought, shh, calm down?
I got pelters off the Rangers fans quite a few times. I think there's a lot been made of it. It's not as bad as people are making out. Listen, the boys been getting a bit of hassle off the Rangers fans, but when you play at a club like Rangers, fans demand you playing week in, week out at a top level, and he's maybe dipped, I think, against Hibernian. His performance wasn't great, but the boys went out and done the right thing and scored a goal, and I'm sure the Rangers fans will not be too bothered. As long as he performs on the pitch and keeps scoring goals, I think it will just settle down.
Yeah. Okay, Josh Windass, we're talking about...
No, I'm saying Barry's absolutely correct. It's very fortunate that Barry didn't react when the Scottish supporters were having a shout at him.
Oh. I did not even prompt him on that one.
I seen him getting itchy and starting to move about. I said 8 years ago, come on, put it in the past.
Listen, this is the God's honest truth. You can always tell when he's got a gag coming. He starts getting twitchy, as you said, and he thinks, come on, let me get my line out to annoy him.
He's starting to rumble a wee bit, so.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to know he's let that go, though. He's yeah, okay. Look at head down, body language, all defensive now, Ruffy. You've rattled him. Okay, Cove Rangers again.
I'm sure we'd all love to have done that. I'd have loved to have done that a hundred times. I just didn't have the bottle to do it.
Yeah, to be fair, full marks to you. You know, I know you regret it anyway, but can you imagine Ruffy had done that, getting off the plane after Argentina? That would have been, eh? Can you imagine?
I'm sick of listening to Argentina. Just let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's even ratty about you being to 3 World Cups. Doesn't like that either. This is magic. I love this programme. Okay, Cove Rangers, Falkirk. Ruffy, you think Falkirk are going out?
I'm looking at all the games and I can't see an upset anywhere but Cove Rangers. I thought people dismiss Cove Rangers. They're a very professional outfit. They're doing well, haven't been beat at home since 2016, and they've got a goal scorer who's scored 37 goals this year. I think Falkirk aren't firing on all cylinders, and this is the tie. I think if there is going to be, any shocks, it will be this one.
Yeah, the biggest shock for me and Barry is Ruffy's research Cove Rangers. Every other team in the Premier League, we think, please do a bit of research. Suddenly he's a Cove Rangers expert. Yeah. Who's winning that?
Falkirk for me. I was at the game doing it for you a few weeks ago, and I was certainly impressed with him in the second half. Paul Hartley's brought in 6 new players. I think now he's just starting to get them moving in the right direction. It's always a difficult game when you got with the Highlands, but I think if Falkirk go up and be professional, they'll win that game. Yeah,
Dundee, Motherwell and Stephen Colker might make his debut, not sure. Neil McCann, delighted to get such a good signing.
Yeah, he needed it. It was a disappointing result from last week against Ross County. No one expected that. Stephen Colker's played at the top level down in England. I think he'll be a fantastic signing. I know he's had off-field problems, but it's great to see that he's back in the fold now. And I see Dundee winning this game.
Dundee to knock out Motherwell. Oh, their side. In fact, that might be a wee bit of a shock. Dundee to knock out Motherwell.
Well, unfortunately, they're going to be under a bit of pressure for their own support. Obviously, losing so heavily last week at home, so they really need to start this game. If they were to go behind to Motherwell quite early on, I think there might be some kind of reaction. But I think Dundee will be good enough to get a draw in this one.
Okay, I wonder if Craig Levine will pick on Tommy Wright. Doesn't seem to be the type of guy I'd want to noise up.
No, I don't think so. I think this is a personal thing between what's been happening back and forward with Celtic and Hearts, and they're just all defending their own corner. So, it's Hearts for me in this one. I think St Johnstone have went right off the rails.
Yeah. Kelly against Brora. Any shock?
No, listen, Brora have done fantastically well to get to this stage. A great result against East Fife in the last round, but for me, Steve Clark's done a phenomenal job. And again, I keep going back to it. In these sort of games when you're playing underdogs, you need to be professional, and I'm sure Stevie Clark will be in his team, and I think they'll win 4 goals.
Yeah, oh, I love that, by the way. You two are fantastic. Morton against Dumbarton. The Duff or Stevie Aitken, we've had both of them on the show.
Yes, we have. I think Morton's just got the edge in this one. I mean, Dumbarton in and out this year, but they've always come up with some surprises. But I don't think this will be a surprise. I think Morton will win this one.
Yep. Okay, just before you go, lads, Arsenal, Tottenham.
I'm going to go Arsenal. Everybody's going Tottenham, and I can see why with the new signings, but I was impressed with Arsenal during the week there. If they can play the way they did then, I think they're unstoppable.
Oh, unstoppable. Tottenham are at home, which is Wembley, but Arsenal have won the last 9 games at Wembley.
Yep, but for me, Tottenham are watching it on TV, I love watching them. Best team to watch in terms of the way they play football. And for me, they've got the best striker in the world at this moment in time, Harry Kane. So I don't know what Ruffy's talking about. Tottenham will win this game.
Okay, one of the programmes that I have to tell you about in the soccer show is join us next Wednesday, because Ruffy and myself will be emotional, we'll be crying, we'll be looking at the big giant present we've got, we'll be opening it and wondering what he's got us from the Bernabeu. He's going to Real Madrid against Real Sociedad tomorrow. Who do you think will win?
Real Madrid.
Yeah. Okay, really putting his neck on the line there, Ruffy. But when we open the present, it's going to be magnificent. There'll be tears.
Yeah, I just hope mine is an extra large.
So do I, because it'll be ridiculous trying to get it on. Okay, join us if you can for the soccer show on Monday. Hopefully you'll join us on STV tomorrow, STV2, 2 o'clock. If you want to keep up to date with all the football for 4 hours, STV2, 2 o'clock. Hugh McDonald will be back with us after a break. He was watching Borussia Dortmund. Everybody's going on holiday to watch European football. Maybe it could catch on with me and Ruffy as well. Thanks for watching.